Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 913. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hey, y'all. I hope you like my good old hairdo right now.
There you go. So I attempted to debunk the Mandela effect on Moonraker, where Dolly had braces and not perfect teeth, and failed miserably. I bought the oldest version that I can think of on VHS of James Bond 007's Moonraker, Roger Moore, and Dolly had perfect teeth. And now I'm at square one. Well, I don't know what the hell. What's up, Chris?
No, Joe's right. She did not have perfect teeth, and that's why the two of them fell in love with each other.
That was the whole point of her smiling, to show, hey, I have ugly teeth too, let's be together type of thing. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, so I was just talking about my Mandela effect failure experiment that I tried with my 2-minute video. I don't know if you saw it. But you remember how we were talking, Chris, about the Mandela effect with James Bond? That the girl was supposed to have braces, and then when everybody went back to watch, she had perfect teeth. I don't know if you remember seeing that.
I don't watch James Bond movies, so I have no idea.
Wow. Anywho.
You know what I call that? I call that editing.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they must have changed just every version there is. Because even the old VHS versions, because there's no way she had a perfect set of teeth. I spoke to my friend Duffy, and he said, too, that even on the Spike network, maybe a decade ago, or less than a decade ago, maybe like 5 years ago, they had Moonraker on there, and she had braces. So, what's up, Connor?
Hello.
You know, like when it comes to stuff like that, it's all like I always go back to like Occam's razor. Like the most simple explanation is probably the one that's right. I seriously doubt that the Mandela effect idea, which is like way out there if you know anything about it. Right. I seriously doubt that's what's going on. Because you like ask anybody who, there's a lot of movie scenes and stuff out there that people, they see them one way and then everybody swears it's that way and then really it's not, you know.
Right. Well, what about this theory? What about they did develop time travel because they're trying to prevent Trump from being born. They screw everything else up, but he's still born.
And there's a cracked mug somewhere.
No, it's Bernstein Bears, not Bernstein, damn it! And then they just keep, Connor, what's up?
Yeah, Rick Dees is actually president.
So I failed miserably. I do apologize for the expletives. I was so sure of myself that I was actually going to prove it wrong by buying that old VHS that was pretty PO'd, unfortunately. Yeah, Connor, so we're back to square one with the Mandela effect Moonraker.
Great.
Yeah, great.
Well, you could probably look it up on YouTube.
Nobody has that version.
You'll never solve it. Well, actually, you can solve it because it has been solved. It's just that it was remastered.
Yeah, but even the VHS ones from 1984.
Well, that should have braces.
I bought it. Did you watch my video?
No.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, but anyway, I bought it, and it didn't work out.
And well, why didn't it work out? Did she not have braces?
No, she didn't have braces either.
I bought the oldest version of Moonraker on VHS. And she
Where did you buy it from?
I bought it from eBay.
Was it sealed?
No.
Okay, that's why. They probably didn't give you the right version. They probably told you it was the 84 version, but it was actually another version.
You think so? It's possible.
Yeah. You buy it on eBay. Dude, you know how many times people could do that on eBay?
Like to put out a different,
Yeah, they probably recorded it from the updated version and then stuck re-recorded onto the tape. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because the older it's marketed on the website as being, the more money you can get for it.
Well, all right. The odds of me finding a Moonraker that's sealed is just about impossible.
Very, 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 very slim.
So, but I will still be on the lookout for it. But anyway, I got my mug, a Perfect Wish mug today. Very nice. I got my marketing materials.
Well, I've got more QT cups here too. So.
I got my little business cards. So that was my fun thing today. And Moonraker came today, which shows disappointing. All right. Rogue One, we're at 988. Very close to $1 billion. Probably reach it Monday or Tuesday, but before that. There was some news out there. Right, Chris, today? My voice. Well, I believe there was.
I know that the Green Lantern shortlist leaked and everybody's panicking now.
Yeah, but first of all, I thought Ryan Reynolds is never going to do Green Lantern again.
Well, you throw a big enough check at him, I guess you will.
So in other words, DC could say F Marvel again and give him like $15 million, and he could be like, okay.
Why not?
Yeah,
I'd do it.
Shit, there's no loyalty anymore.
James Cameron's wanting.
I just was going to share that with Chris right now. I was just giving him the article. Hold on.
Well, I want to do it. I mean,
they did on one of the shows, on one of the countdown shows. It was like 10 most people they won for Wolverine. Of course, Hugh Jackman was number one.
Okay, Connor, go ahead, do the article.
Tim Miller, who did Deadpool, is in talks independently with James Cameron to finish off the Terminator franchise thing.
Right to go back to James Cameron.
The conclusive film. Yeah, well, 2019 it goes back to him, and yeah, he's going to do it because it's all he's got to do. And Avatar.
Didn't we say that Cameron was going to have a Terminator movie out?
Well, the thing is, he's not directing it.
No, but he was going to have a movie under his name.
He's got the rights to it, but he's not directing it. So I just hope that they don't they're probably not going to continue in the Genesis timeline.
That's erased.
I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's erased, but I think what they should do, the smart thing I think to do would be to do a movie in kind of the same style that Neil Blomkamp was going to do Alien 5, where you say nothing past Terminator 2 happened, only right. Terminator and Terminator 2 happened, and then do your own version of what I would guess would be like a Terminator 3.
Yeah.
Except you don't use the alternate ending from Terminator 2. You just say, you come up with a good reason for why Skynet is still around. I don't want to hear any of this, oh, it's inevitable junk. That was, when I heard that, I was like, they just don't know what to do.
Right.
That's lazy writing.
Right. I'm glad he's going to have stuff on the Avatar under his belt, at least. Or under his something, whatever he's connected with. His Avatar 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, that ain't going to work.
To this day, I still think he should end with 2. I mean, end with 3, because if he tries to go... Because when the first Avatar came out, that was excellent. It was perfect. Nobody saw that before. The second one, people are going to go see it and go, this is cool. This is real nice how they've advanced the story.
Yeah.
By 4, people are just going to go, oh, okay. Yeah, that's neat. Next.
We also had this other story. Connie, want to cover that?
Which one?
I just sent to you the Star Trek.
Oh. Yeah, a lawsuit has been settled or some description.
Yeah, there was basically a fan film named Xanatar, or Anatar, whatever, I can't say it right, where they made this fan film that looked like the amount of money that a movie would be made. And Paramount Pictures got nervous because they're like, oh, this might make them, make our movies. I mean, it was getting. The thing is that they own it, Paramount Pictures. So people, they allow people to do fan films, but now this was getting ridiculous. So they tried to put a stop to it, which caused more legal problems. But now, finally, they're coming to some type of agreement where they're going to be allowed to finish it, but with restrictions. So
then it's not worth it then. I'm sorry. If you're going to give somebody restrictions on how to do a fan film, then you're
the thing is that they gave in because at the end of the day, they don't own the rights to Star Trek. They can't do Star Trek if Paramount says no. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a right.
Yeah,
Paramount
I know. Still.
So I mean, they're hiring the actors that was in some of the Star Trek stuff. You know, so it's getting to be a little bit. Oh, this is getting serious. You know, and again, are you going to be able to profit from this? You shouldn't be, but again, I mean, I'm kind of like neutral with this because on one hand, I think they have a right to do fan films, but if you're going to make it that type of scale, you need to have a little more communication with Paramount. My eyes, I think. I don't know. It was getting a little ridiculous. I think both parties were at fault, but you know, then they tried to make a big thing that the Klingon language that they created is a universal language. It was like crazy stuff.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that.
And
before.
then Star Trek Continues. If the way everything was worked, that means that Star Trek Continues wouldn't be able to do their fan film things. But you know, because Paramount would stop them all. But no, Paramount wants them to continue. So I'm glad they settled everything. That was pretty good news. Mm-hmm. Anything, Chris, that you have, or Connor?
There was a article that came out today that apparently Warner Brothers are in talks with the 3 original Harry Potter cast to do a new trilogy, but it's been shot down. Mm-hmm. That I think means nothing because it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I think she said another 10 years, right?
The first film in this leak was scheduled to be out in 2026, which is in about 9 years' time. So, it is 9 years' time. 9 years is an awful long time to have an idea for a movie.
It's a nice thing, 9 years' time. Yeah.
It's just...
Aren't they trying to wait till the cast are a little bit older before they do one of the deals, or is that the 9-year one?
What?
The one that, because in 10 years, they'll be of age to do the movie as they were in comparison to how they were in the film, because they'll be the same age.
That's what I was thinking of.
I think it's still going to happen, but they won't announce it 9 years in advance. There's no chance of that. So we'll probably hear something in like the next 7 years or so, maybe a little bit less, 6 years or so.
Trilogy, but they don't want to say anything, and that's fine. They have every right to. I mean, why get hyped about it now? There's all this other stuff coming out.
Yeah, it's 9 years away. It's stupid to announce it
now.
Chris, you have anything else? Karen, anybody else?
The only thing that I had today that was very, very small news wasn't anything crazy. I gather that this is confirmed because it's on official packaging for stuff.
Okay.
But Legendary has I guess they've titled their Godzilla Kong universe. It's going to just be called the Monsterverse. That's official. So I'm on board with it. Why not?
I'm on board with it. I second that motion.
I saw the Mummy trailer when I went to see one of my 2 movies, and once again, it's like I was not impressed.
Which is the Universal Monsters.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Cinematic universe.
Yeah, I even said I'm still not impressed.
Again, get used to the cinematic universe terminology, because we're going to have the Valiant cinematic universe, the Extreme cinematic universe.
Yeah.
There's going to be everything. There's tons of different stuff coming out that they plan. So, anything Star Wars?
Oh yeah, on Reddit I saw something about we are getting a teaser and the title for Super Bowl, which is on February the 5th.
Ah. What do you think it is? Does anybody have any clue?
The Force goes back to sleep again.
Yeah.
Those lines.
First order. I like when he said that.
The first
what I was watching today was funny. I was with everything going on with the inauguration. I decided to watch Senator Palpatine's speech.
Oh no,
that's pretty funny. Announcing the Empire and everything. Then I decided to watch Yoda versus the Emperor, because that's cool. you know. And then I watched the inauguration. So there you go.
I forget if they did this or not, but isn't it funny? I know I'm probably going to go to hell for this,
Uh-oh.
but isn't it funny that the emperor resembles the new pope?
Oh, that's
Has
terrible.
anybody ever thought about that?
No, that's not.
I know, like I said, I'm going to go to hell. So.
All right, so we did call that Star Trek Discovery. Remember, I don't know if anybody was a part of that cast, but I said it's impossible that it's going to be released in May if they didn't even film yet. They're going to start filming in a couple of weeks. Starting. So, lo and behold, I was right. They're making a second delay.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's a delay where we don't have a date. Because they said because of the format, they don't need to give us a date. Because it's really like a Netflix type of thing.
Yeah.
So they could do whatever. It won't come. It could not come out till next year, late. So they're just.
They're not with translation. They're not too impressed by what
It's a mess. It's
creating.
I gotta tell you, it's an effing mess that the showrunner left. This one left. This one left. I don't want to see Spock's father having fun. Like I don't understand why we're doing this. You know, there are people that are in a position of power in Hollywood, and they have the opportunity to do Star Trek, and they don't do what the overall consensus wants.
No,
Ever.
they're looking at this. That's all they're seeing. Is how can we profit from another Star Trek? And instead of actually going, okay, the fans are wanting this. The money is telling us this. So instead of listening to the fans, let's listen to the
fans
dump
did
trucks
not
of money
want
that are rolling up.
the fans did not want Enterprise, and Gene Roddenberry never wanted to go backwards. It was always going to the future forwards. Because when you go backwards, it's boring and it's stupid because you see all this high technology and then it's crap. So it already failed with Enterprise, and they even ruined it in the last episode where they made it like is the whole entire Enterprise run just a holodeck thing
program, yeah,
and it doesn't really exist because they don't even know what happened then. So my whole point is that you failed that time. Go forward, but no, this guy had in his head to go backwards, and everybody's
if you're gonna do a backwards thing, all right, if you're gonna do a backwards thing, then do it as flashbacks in an episode. But don't try to do an entire series of this happened before. Let the fans or let novels think about that. Otherwise,
the show got its popularity from James T. Kirk.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you try to take away his victories and you try to take away his accomplishments, his things that made him famous, and you try to give that to somebody else and say, "Oh, this captain before that won the war with this," not Kirk.
There's continuity errors that
people don't like that. They said it already. So now they're doing it again because this guy wants to do it and nobody's looking forward to it. Nobody. They make no sense because you're at war with the Klingons, so the Klingons should not be a captain on a Federation ship.
No.
Or they shouldn't even be talking to each other. So it's a hot mess. And they say, oh, well, guess what? When your pitch to the public is, oh, there's going to be sex, and they curse. Wow. That's a great pitch for Star Trek. I can't wait to see that. Like, really? You really think that that's good enough pitch intellectually to get us hooked on it? No, not at all. You go forward. You go to Enterprise freaking G. And that's what you do. But that's my opinion anyway.
You can't tell me there aren't other universes other than the one that Voyager went to. I mean, I know it's probably going to be
galaxies. Different galaxies.
Yeah.
Look, I
know it seems like you're copying Voyager by doing something, but still, I mean, if you got to copy something, at least keep it in the main universe and not take us 20, 40 years back where no one really cares.
Mm-hmm. Chris, did you hear anything about Predator? There was somebody that got attached to it recently.
Oh, I didn't hear about it.
Let me see. There was Sterling K. Brown joins the Predator reboot. And I'll tell you who he is. He's from the People versus O.J. Simpson crime story.
Oh. So we're gonna have a slow.
He's gonna be
Bronco chase.
He's gonna. I got it. And Olivia Munn is in Predator movie too.
I'm interested to see what this movie's like. To be
Because
honest,
I don't know. I mean, it's got comedy actors in it. They got serious actors in it. They got Olivia Munn. I mean, what the hell is this going to be? The hell is this going to be? I mean, they trying to recapture Predator 2. I mean, what are they going to try to do? They're trying to do comedy yet serious.
well, I know that they said they were trying to make it like a big blockbuster thing, which who knows?
I don't know, but it looks interesting. But it's weird. Is this still casting for like 2 years? I mean, when is this thing going to be filmed?
I was thinking maybe towards the end of this year, if they can, hopefully,
I don't know. All right. On that note, guys, thanks for joining us. Take care. Bye for now.